Hey everyone, how is everybody doing? I'm assuming that you guys are okay and you're having a wonderful day so far. Now, this video here is for the young people, the young generation. If you're the age of 16, 18, or 20, look at this video here. You might learn a few things, right? This is a free advice. Either you take it or leave it. I don't know how we share the facts about life, right? This here, what I'm sharing, this is my experience. Something that I did back when I was a teenager. I made a very big mistake, and I'm gonna share that mistake that I make, and I'm also gonna share the experience, what that mistake caused me, right? And how did I feel? So, let's go. Listen to this. When I was the age of 15, I dropped out of school. The age of 16, I started to work. I grew up with grandparents. I born and I grew up with grandparents, right? My grandparents was very good to me. I'm not gonna lie. They were very good. Anything I want, them always give me and stuff, you know? And I always work in the farm with them, and I always there with them foot to foot. That's how I grow, you know? Never disrespect anybody. I always grew up as this good youth. So at the age of 60, when I get a job, the job that I get, I used to work in a rice land, you know, the back dam. And each and every week I get pay, I put it in my grandmother's hand, you know, as a good child. I put it in her hand because that's the way I grow. That's the way I grow. I grow with discipline. And I keep working, and I put the money in her hand. Sometimes I help my grandfather at the farm and stuff, you know. Trying to be a good child all the time. So that's from the age of 16. Happens so now, I found my child mother in the age of 19, and I end up and we get married. We get married now. I take her home, and we live in with my child with me and my child mother living with my grandparents. However, we're living with my grandparents and what's not, and we have our first child. That's my son. And times goes by, I have a daughter, right? That's my big daughter. And my child mother was pregnant again. A couple years after, she pregnant again for the third baby now. And listen, I make this video for you guys to listen and learn, right? And I was assisting my grandparents still. I was doing everything for them. You know, I was trying to be a good kid as I can. You know, work. When I'm working, sometimes I'm not going farm. When I'm not working, I'm with my grandfather at the farm, at his farm. Anyway, you know, from the age of 16 to the age of 19 when I get married, right? I didn't have a saving because I was living with grandparents. You know, I said I'm gonna give them everything, and they look out for me and I look out for them. That is how I check life, because we grew up as, you know, as discipline. Now, you know, when you're married now, and a couple years after me done get my son and me get my daughter, and a couple of months after now, things start to change, you know. This about my grandparents, that about them, child mother not cook for please them, light about them, light about certain people in the house, you understand, light about enough people and thing. And anything the girl sleep or the girl rests and what's not, it's like, it's a problem, you know. But I'm not saying that my grandparents are bad. They are very good people, but you know, at certain times they should realize that we are young generation, we are young couples. You understand? Not everything I work, but that is how they check it. You gotta work, any of these things. The only time you probably get a little time off is when you're a little sick. Anyway, happens so now. Changes come now. This one I talk to that one I talk to this one. Child mother was pregnant for my little daughter, and nobody is not there. People are there in the house, but nobody not take care of she or anything. Happens so me tell she say go by she parents house. She go on there now because, you know, I'm not happy that she pregnant and nobody's there to look after her. So me tell she go by she parents house because she get her sister and stuff. So she go on. Now she go on there, so she there and me there back home. I miss shit bad. You know, things up on my mind, so I go back and forward, back and forward. Note, yeah, but I don't have a saving, you know. Yeah, but I don't have a saving. You know why? Because I was busy working when I was a teenager and giving all my money to my grandparents. You understand? Happens so now, problem come. Your dad get kicked out from home. Yeah, I get kicked out. Leave with me too long hand with nothing. I have 2 kids and I have a one, my child mother was pregnant for another one, and I get kicked out with nothing. Right? My grandfather have so many lands, so many things. Nobody give me nothing. All of a sudden you hear, oh, Raj not do this, Raj bad, that by ungrateful, that by this, that by that, and blah blah blah, and the girl betray he and blah blah blah. How can me actually leave my family to go away and I'm here? No. So I go with my family. I go with my child mother by her family, and I live there. When I lived there, I'm not lie, my in-law was okay, everybody was okay, but in between I see some red flags, you know, but I can't do nothing because I get kicked out from home. You understand? What I'm trying to tell you guys, young people, that if you know you're the age of 16, 18 or 20 and you have a job and you're working, save your money. Don't give nobody nothing. Save your money. I'm not saying you're not to live life or you're not to do anything. Live life. Do what you have to do. But save your money. If you can save $5,000 every week, if you can save $10,000 every week, or you can save $3,000 every week, it's up to you. Right? Save your money. Because how long you can work for somebody and help them, you're okay. The moment you start to pull by yourself and you get responsibility now, nobody gonna get time with you. You depend on your own. All these things here cause for me to lose my family, my beautiful family, my wife and my 3 kids. You understand? Because I never had support. I had to do it all my own. The people them who me think love me, they didn't love me. Up to this day, it's been 5 years now. I leave my grandparents home. They never pick up a phone and call me. Never. I tried to call them. I tried to talk to them. Nobody answer my call. You understand? That is how they are. When I went Guyana last year, I said I'm gonna be the better one. I walk in the yard to talk to my mom and wife. She chased me out the yard. You understand? So when she chased me out the yard, I don't worry go back to my grandmother's house, because that's what they are. They always want to chase you out. You understand? My family, they feel like they own palace and stuff, man. They feel like them is up there. When them always tell you, don't come in here, don't do this, don't do that. You understand? It's like they have palace. You can't go in them yard and thing. Them a billionaire. You understand? So this video that I make here to share my experience about life, and I'm warning you, young generations, you young people. If you're young right now, you have a job and you know you love somebody and you're planning to get married in the future, work and save your money. By the time you're ready for settle down, you must have a couple $. You must have a couple $1 million for start up. Don't depend on nobody for nothing. You understand? When you're strong, everybody like you, and everybody will love you. You understand? Because they will try their best for show the love. But the moment you start pulling for yourself and you have responsibility, nobody know nothing to do with you no more. You understand? Yes, you come out from the jackass stage now. You understand? But who feels it knows it, you know. And me feels a lot. All this cause for me lose my family. You understand? Because me never get no support from nobody. But me and my child mother still have understanding. You understand? And me happy that she happy. And my 3 kids are happy. You understand? They are my number 1 priority, my 3 kids. You understand? And I'm not gonna be a father like my family. Like how my family treat me, I'm not gonna treat my kids like that. You understand? I'm gonna be a different dad, and I'm gonna be a different grandfather. I'm gonna be a different person. You understand? You see this thing what them say, them always tell you, they say, oh, karma go hit your back. What you do me, your kids go do your back. Nobody mouth can catch me. I'm doing the right thing. You understand? I know me. Only God can judge me, nobody else. So all the young people out there, know what you do and do the right thing in life. Always save your money. You understand? One love. Peace out. Bad boy Raj. Always speak the facts about life. See? I always educate the young one here. Watch this video here and learn. Peace out.